Ajax numbers a year ago, we had 258 new listings come to market, 195 sales through the month, pardon me, and 86 active listings, which carried over into March 21. In January 21, we had 121 new listings come to market, 84 sales, and 42 active listings, which carried into February. February 22, 252 new listings came to market, 162 sales through the month, and 96 active listings, which carried over into March. So again, what we're seeing, and this is not untypical, what we're seeing in the rest of the GTA, we're seeing more new listings come to market, but the sales have picked up quite significantly as well. So we're basically double and double, right? And actually we're over double on the active inventory. So buyers, you might want to pay attention to this, that the inventory hanging around is starting to build. If we're looking at the money, $945,000 was the average sale price across all home types a year ago in Ajax. $1,239,000 in January 22, currently trending at $1,273,000 is the average sale price across all home types in Ajax in February. Sales to listings ratio, also known as the absorption rate, tells us out of the homes coming on the market each month, what is the percentage of them that are actually selling. So 75.6% of the homes that came on the market sold in February 21, 69.4 in January 22, currently trending at 64.3. So buyers, you want to pay attention to this. If you want to know what's a buyer's market, what's a seller's market, when you're 50% and below, that would tell us that there is more supply than there is demand. So that would be considered a buyer's market. Between 50 and 60% would be considered a balanced market where there's enough supply to meet the demand. And then when you get over 60%, that's telling us that there is more demand than there is supply, and that's where we've been hanging around for a little while. But you know, you're seeing this number shrink up a little bit. So buyers, I would be paying attention to this number, and also sellers too. You know, the market has been varied day by day, week by week. So you know, certainly something to pay attention to. Now we're going to go into months of inventory next, and as you will see. These two are always opposing to each other. So the sales to listings ratio, as you see that number coming down, you're going to see inventory levels coming up. And I'll explain what the months of inventory is. So it tells us that at the current rate of buying or the current rate of consumption, how long would it take to deplete the inventory completely? So 0.4 months of inventory in February 21, 0.5 in January, currently 0.6. So again, inventory level climbing up a little bit. The absorption rate has been going down. So that's telling us that there's a little bit more inventory hanging around on the market. Now, sales to listings ratio is calculated looking at sales divided by new listings. The months of inventory is looking at active listings divided by sales. So again, it's looking at more so at the hanging around of the inventory. So being on the way up, that's where I'd be looking buyers right now. I'd be looking right here. If you're frustrated with the market, I'd be looking right at those active listings. Sale price to list price ratio, homes selling at 114% of ask in February 21, 131.6 in January, 130.4 in February. Now, I've said this in other videos. This number, the sale price to list price ratio, it's not a good gauge to gauge whether you want to do anything in the market as a buyer or as a seller. It is it used to be a fairly accurate gauge of what the market's doing. At this point, there is so much underpricing of homes to what their actual market value is or what the seller's expectation is. This number is grossly overstated, and it, in my opinion, drastically misrepresents the market. So this is one, I have it in here because it is a fairly pertinent stat, but at this point, it's just sitting. It will come back to having value. It just doesn't really have a lot of value right now. Days on market to get a home sold, 5 a year ago, 6 in January, currently trending at 6. So if you have any questions about any of this information here, you just have any general questions about the market, or you want to know how they pertain to your house, or you're thinking about making a change, feel free to connect with me. I'm happy to answer any of your questions. Take care.